This is Kara with the Ministry of Uncovered No More. This is part 2 for a blog article. I'm explaining that on my blog, uncoverednomore.blog. It has gotten, the King has led me to bring it to the only political voice that I have, with the exception of if I read a more politically active nonfiction book. And that is going to be on the book reviews, but that's not the only thing that goes on book reviews. So occasionally I revert back to a children's author just because I love to read to children. I love to read out loud. I probably would have enjoyed being an actress if that's what I would have been supposed to have done, because I love expression and art, and I have a more open mind without strictness of religion. I have a more open mind than most people I know. So Uncovered No More's blog articles are going to be taking on a form of, and I had already changed the title, not the title, Uncovered No More, but the subtitle to being We're Here, We're Correct. And the people that I listen to on Twitter, on the news, everywhere, line up with the King of Kings and are judicious. Now, the subtopics of that statement that I just made, what you're looking at is a man somewhere on the earth surface today who is back, who is judicious, and who is also the Prince of Peace. In other words, he is the king, yes, but he recognizes that there are kings and queens throughout the world system, bringing the earth and the people into balance. That's a big duh, but I am living in America. Big does aren't. You have to state the obvious on a regular basis. In part 1, the obvious was, who in the hell decided to begin gymnastics, women's gymnastics, with pedophilia automatically involved? Who in the hell? Which group of people did that? Look at the history. The moment, any time in the history of women's gymnastics in the Olympics that they put a male into the position of being officially the girls' doctor, I just asked you a valid question. Only criminals would have done what was actually done. Excuse me, I'm going to have to take this out because it's going to get too hot. Okay, so, I wrote and then deleted a lot of things where I'm telling America, I'm running out of time here. I just kept stating the obvious, and then the king had to get in here because I was going to retire uncoverednomore.blog, and he let me not to do that, and I'm not going to explain that because it's none of your business. Honestly, it never was. I kept exposing myself, and that's why I'm doing part 2. I kept exposing myself as far as just how my life is in the metaphysical side. I am someone who teaches, point blank, teaches the doctrine of another duh. You have two parts, not three. I'm not denigrating the Trinity. I'm not doing anything like that. I am saying that the human form has two parts. What you can see and touch, even internally, like if you're in surgery, they can touch your bones. Or what you can't. Mind, will, emotions, thoughts. How your society affects you emotionally, spiritually, physically. If you don't believe in spiritually, you're good with me, because there's only two parts. And anybody, an agnostic, damn it, ought to be able to concede that there are reasons why they're crying right then. And you can't there are times when you cannot put a physical reason to why they're crying. If the woman is crying because she was raped, then the physical reason is rape. But if she's crying 15 years later, that's just called emotional pain. That's just called emotional pain. Damn it. Now, part 2 is about myself. I am extremely selfless when it comes to my ministry. I give constantly. That is not the opinion of several people in my private life. That does not change how the King of Kings and I, wherever he is today, it does not change how we approach life, and therefore how my life trajectory after September of 2008, when the actual reason that my life form is here began to be fully expressed. And then there was this whole process close up where people freaked out, tried to use excuses to make my life something different out of guilt. They failed. I'm still here, and nobody wants to admit it. How I was removed from what happened to me so that I could start over is nobody's business but mine anymore. And I had to teach myself to stop being so freaking honest, because I've just got scars for this beauty. That's all I've got is scars. Stubbornness is as it does. I've got people in my life I said that to, and then they just kept going in their bullshit. There's quite a few other statements I've made trying to unify what has determined hell no around me. I didn't fail. They failed the King. 24/7, 365. And you need to hear me or not, because I am learning from him how to love, like Bette Midler sings about God in general, but I'm just a stupid idiot. I'm not saying I'm from a distance, God. I'm saying that's a good idea, Bet. Thank you for singing the song. That's all I'm doing. And I appreciated a podcast that's going up, and her name's Kara too. Kara Swisher, I think. but hers is spelled with a K, mine with a C, which is funny because I was just telling somebody the other day, oh, I've wanted to drop the name Kara, let me tell you. I don't like it anymore. And I didn't really like it when I decided I would pay attention to my name as a child. I didn't like the alternative, which was Karen, and Dad didn't name me Karen because I already have a Beaty cousin named Karen, his brother John's daughter. Real sweet lady. I can guarantee you that the Beatys in Florida are MAGA, and I love them still. Hopefully they love me. I don't know. From a distance from everybody. And everybody is happier when I'm just from a distance. So I'm making everybody, including myself, happier. So I don't know who this might bring some joy to. I don't want it to bring joy to some people that need to straighten their asses up. But it probably does, because they're going to say they won. They threatened, they intimated, they lied, they shifted things around to suit them, and they got away with it. Well, at least I'm not a 13-year-old that a coach in a girls' gymnastics training team who are going for the Olympics someday, telling her to put no panties on when she put her shorts on when she came in. I'm not that girl, and I've pointed it out before that the one positive thing I can say about my upbringing is my parents made sure they protected me from pretty much everything that could have happened. And we've done the same for our children, and they have gone through stages of hating us for it in this day and age. And ouch. I'm full of more pain than I am nurturing from other people at this point. And I wonder how many true people like myself are this way. I know the king is, because I don't have to guess about him anymore. And I don't need to see him to say that. So I don't know about anybody else but he and I anymore. And where is shame for your behavior, America? I'm not talking to the criminal sub-fucking set. I'm talking to you, the good people like me, you know, doing the best we can to fight this bullshit. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Because I'm not going to call you mentally ill. I call people like Donald Trump batshit crazy, because I know that is. And the people who support that, I don't care how much fucking money they have, they're batshit crazy. Just like Hitler. Maybe it takes high intelligence to strong arm a bunch of people to kill a bunch of other people and to do that kind of shit. But that's batshit crazy. It's not intelligence. What the fuck are normal people calling intelligence in this world of mine? Is another question. What the living fuck are you calling intelligence? Because if it is devoid of the ability to understand how mean you are being, it ain't intelligent. and it is not good. But I have defended your goodness because I believe, not in you, but in the evolution of love, never failing. So somewhere in that equation, where Kara can say, I need to teach the whole Christian world again about how we're not 3 fucking parts as individuals called humans. We are 2, and it's the big duh. And why the fuck are y'all telling people to take their masks off and trust in Jesus? That's not real living. It's just murderous rhetoric, and you keep spewing it. Well, lo and behold, there's just, all I see right at this moment is graveyards of home life. And I don't know what the equation is to spark positivity, nurturing, and it takes you and I getting in contact better with our metaphysical side. To fix this. Indeed, 2 + 2 equals 4, where I'm talking about. See, you can go so far in intelligence and in details that you lose in love. Though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels, but if I don't have love, it profits, that's math, me nothing. But we are in a time of society where not only are we profiting nothing to be living this way in this society, we are fulfilling what the king said. It would have been better had I never been born, America. With what you're pushing upon me in your society after I gave my life up and now I call it golden silence now. I'm alone and I'm learning not to hope anymore in this present darkness, because there ain't a soul I know except myself that knows how to say, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, or of women and of angels, but have not love, it profits me nothing. I'm the only person close up that I know that understands 1 Corinthians 13, first verse or 2, much less the rest of the chapter. Okay. So, 2 parts to you people. Drop your intelligence with me. Okay? Because you're stupid ass people. You're just stupid ass people. You're just using everybody. For the most part, I'm not exaggerating. I've been through enough, lived long enough, given up enough, done it everybody else's way, then broke loose and did it mine. How people treated me got worse. And I've done nothing but tried to do good by everybody around me. and also denied everything and everyone to have an understanding of a man that's here somewhere on this earth and willing to admit it and know that my conscience is clear with him, because I'm not telling you Christian bullshit. I'm telling you exactly the opposite. I'm taking the voice on with Mary Trump and Bernice King, because I am the one, not them, on the earth today in America. First of all, that has 10 children, and secondly, of 12 pregnancies, and secondly, understands that there's only two sides to any human being. Both sides are gorgeous. We need to get a grip on what kind of fucking doctrine is still chaining us to having not love and profiting nothing, and going even beyond that and being murderous because we don't give a shit. And I shouldn't even say we, I should say you. And you know who you are. You don't give a shit. And that's wrong. That's morally wrong. I'm not going to say it's just like Donald Trump. That's bullshit too. That's called going over the top, unbalanced. And balance is a big deal right now in this nation. That's why I'm making the shifts on Uncovered No More as an author that I'm making, because I already announced it, like I said in the byline of basically, we're here, we're correct, and we're serving, but the way I serve now is changing dramatically. And I'm not even rejoicing about that. I didn't want it this way, because I am a more inclusive person than anybody wants to admit, except for maybe these pigeons, doves, and blackbirds in my yard. They like me. The dogs like me. My neighbors like me, okay, I guess. I like them. So it's nice to be starting over. It's painful where good people actually are right now, because you're the only one that can wake yourself up to the truth of what I'm saying. You're the only one. And you will treat me different if you wake up. But I'm how many people across the United States that has a voice only because I choose it. I could go away right now. The very idea of it is death to my feelings, because then I leave the King somewhere on this earth without me communicating to him, is where I'm going with this. I'll tell you what it is to be Tribe Judah elect girl. Get the fuck out of the way, because I'm going to stand. And he's already reached me, and there will be no expectations on the King in Tribe Judah. Jew or Gentile, male or female. Because this is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncover No More. You have your stubborn, you go on, even you remnant Judah that I've helped along. You go on and have your stubborn. Be correct to yourself and your seared conscience. I ain't correct. I ain't left. I ain't right. I'm not even in love here. What I am is profitable.